I'm Maddie with the Hunter Education Department, and I'm here to talk about some of my favorite turkey hunting tips. Some of my favorite tips that I will be sharing today are from these reading materials. We have Wild Turkey Hunting from NRA Hunter Skills Series. We have Turkey Hunting Tactics from North American Hunting Club, which is an excellent read. And then we have my favorite pocket guide, Turkey Tips, from the NRA Hunter Services Division. And of course, we can't forget our Rules and Regulations guide from Rhode Island. But before we get started going over turkey hunting tips, let's go over some facts about wild turkey. At the time of colonial settlement, the wild turkey was abundant across Rhode Island. Due to habitat loss and overharvest, turkeys were extirpated from the state in the early 1900s. Rhode Island biologists conducted turkey reintroduction efforts in the 1980s and 1990s. Today, wild turkeys are found in virtually all areas of the state. Populations have rebounded so strongly that highly regulated, sustainable harvest of wild turkeys has been reinstated in Rhode Island. The wild turkey is native to North America and can be found in most of the eastern two-thirds of the U.S., as well as small pockets along the west coast and in Mexico. In Rhode Island, turkeys use mature oak hickory forests as well as forests comprised of red oak, beech, cherry, and ash. They can also be found on farms and in suburban urban communities. Wild turkeys eat plant matter and tend to forage in flocks. In the winter and early spring, turkeys are on the lookout for acorns from red and white oaks, along with American beech nuts, hickory nuts, and other seeds and berries. During times of deep snow, turkeys will seek shelter in hemlock stands, where they will feed on hemlock buds and evergreen ferns. During the spring, they will strip seeds from sedges and grasses, and will occasionally supplement their diet with insects. It is always important to study the patterns and behaviors of the animal you plan to harvest. Let's go over some patterns and behaviors of turkey. Wild turkeys spend most of their time traveling on foot. However, they can run and fly. As the sun begins to set, turkeys will fly into lower limbs of trees and make their way upward to a high roost spot. They generally roost in flocks, but sometimes individually. In the spring, males gobble to attract females and warn competing males. They display for female birds by strutting with tail feathers fanned, wings lowered, while making non-vocal hums and chump sounds. Now let's look into my favorite pocket guide. This isn't specific to Rhode Island, but it definitely has some great information. First thing we're going to look at is scratchings. If you look for turkey scratchings where they seek food under oak or beech trees, springs, and in grain fields, the scratch marks point to the direction where the turkey was moving. The damper the leaves, the fresher the scratchings. Here's another example of signs of a turkey, the footprints. Look for large tracks in sandy or muddy creek beds or spring seeps, road beds along mountain or logging roads. Mountain or logging roads not so much around here, but you can still definitely find turkey tracks. And if they are 10 or 15 inches apart, they were walking. Up to 2 feet, they were running. 4.5 inches, that would probably be a hen, and 6 inches, that would be a male turkey, a tom, or a gobbler. This is one of my favorite tips. In spring, which is where we are now, find a gobbler at his evening roost and return before daylight to call him in by imitating hen calls. Roosts may be on wooded ridges, swamps, or pine woods. Check the ground below for droppings. Droppings are positive proof that a turkey passed by and can tell you if it was a gobbler, J-shaped and elongated, or a hen, rounded and snail shell shaped. It is important to never disturb a nesting hen turkey. Most spring seasons run during the weeks the hen turkeys spend the morning hours sitting on the eggs. I cannot stress this part enough. Be sure of your target. If you aren't, don't shoot. How big is a turkey? Much bigger than any other upland game bird. See, we have a quail here, a grouse, and a pheasant, and this would be a turkey. Vital target area is turkey's head and neck. Watch for colors red, white, and blue. Avoid body shots at running turkeys. So we just learned the vital signs of a turkey were red, white, and blue. Avoid wearing or even carrying those colors while on your hunt. The smallest spot of one of these colors could be mistaken for turkey's head by another hunter. During spring and fall turkey season, it is recommended to wear at least 200 square inches of fluorescent orange while traveling through the woods to raise awareness to other hunters that you are out there. This goes for all other users of state management areas as well during turkey hunting seasons. However, if you are hunting for turkey, once secured in your hunting spot, orange is not recommended since turkeys have exceptional eyesight. For more orange requirement information, visit the abstract link in the description of this video. Hunters must be carrying a non-electronic turkey calling device. Calling is the only legal way to hunt turkey in Rhode Island. If you're not familiar with turkey calls or how to use them, a link will be posted in the description of this video to our turkey call video, which will explain different types of calls and how to use them. So I hope you learned a little bit more about wild turkeys in Rhode Island and how to hunt them. If you have any questions, you can visit our website and our rules and regulations guide will be posted there. And a link will be in the description above. Once again, I'm Maddie from the Rhode Island Hunting Education Department, and I look forward to seeing your turkey season photos.